Let me first send my prayers to the people of Ukraine. We're seeing such inspiring bravery, but there is harsh brutality. The barbaric invasion by Putin is having a devastating impact. And I know my colleague Victoria Sparks is going to talk about that later. We pray for her and the things that she's heard from the ground. As we listen tonight to the State of the Union, which is in crisis on so many fronts, I hope President Biden talks about what he will do to work with Republicans, because we have real plans to get control of inflation, to lower gas prices, to take away Putin's leverage on energy, to control our border, to get crime under control around the country and confront the defund the police and the mentality where they're actually letting people out of jails in so many cities. On all of these crises, we have put strong conservative ideas on the table, and President Biden refuses to work with us. But let me talk right now about Ukraine, because if President Biden wants to do something to help the people of Ukraine, there's some very specific actions he can take right now. Just look at some of the steps that President Biden took since he's been president that have given leverage to Vladimir Putin and put billions of dollars in his pocket to finance this war against Ukraine. Not only did he cancel the Keystone Pipeline, his administration hasn't approved a single new pipeline in America. He's okay with Nord Stream 2, it seemed like, for so many months. But then if you look, he put a moratorium on drilling on federal lands. And when the court struck it down just 2 weeks ago, think of how tone-deaf President Biden has been on energy. As Russia is moving over 100,000 troops onto the border of Ukraine, 2 weeks ago, President Biden issued a moratorium, a freeze on all new oil and gas drilling in America, begging Putin to produce more oil. Then, as we talked about, no permits for new pipelines. LNG, there's at least 4 to 6 LNG permits ready to go to send liquefied natural gas to our friends in Europe who could use that natural gas from America so they don't need to get it from Putin. Not one of those permits has been approved by the Biden administration because they're against American energy. They're not against all energy because they're begging OPEC and they're begging Putin through Russia to produce more, but they're shutting it down in America. He could turn that around today. And then, of course, to stop the regulatory attack on American energy that President Biden alone has put in place that he could reverse tonight. And I call on President Biden to take all of these steps immediately tonight, because not only will it help American families, but it will take away Putin's leverage. Think about this number. Today, between the United States, the UK, and the European Union, every single day, we are sending $700 million a day to Putin by buying his oil. $700 million a day going to Putin that we could reverse. Take that money out of his pockets. President Biden needs to stop financing Putin's war with Russian oil because he shut off the spigots of American energy. It's having devastating impacts on the people of Ukraine, but it's putting billions of dollars in Putin's pocket. Think about the number again. $700 million a day between the United States, European Union, and UK are going to Russia every single day. President Biden, these failed energy policies are having devastating impacts on Americans, but also on the people of Ukraine, because those policies are financing the war.